Y'all already know what time it is. The Opps SportsCast is back, man. The all New York Knicks episode has arrived. Yeah, we fired up. Now I'm just kidding about the all New York Knicks episode. He finally took off.
Yo,
That's how we started. That's how we started. Oh man. Hopefully you guys caught that game yesterday. That was crazy. There's some crazy games in the NBA. I'll tell you what, that Spurs and that Thunder game was something else too. NBA's had some bangers in these playoffs. Looks like it's lining up for a really exciting NBA finals, assuming the New York Knicks are in there. We're going to talk about everything from last night's collapse or a thrilling, exciting comeback victory, whatever way you want to spin it. New York Knicks up 1-0. SGA wins MVP. Thunders and Spurs series continues tonight. And then there's some other news as well. You got the firing of Jason Kidd, Rasheed Rice in trouble with the law again. We'll be talking about that a little bit. Sabres hockey. Unfortunately, they go down. We'll be talking about that. And maybe if we got some time, maybe we'll even jump into a little bit of golf. But fellas, how we
what
feeling,
up?
man? How we
What up?
feeling? What up? What up? What up? We got the crew with us, except for Josh couldn't be with us today. Say a little prayer for him. He's feeling a little bit under the weather. Hey, but we got the fellas here with us. We got Zeke, Dave in the cut. Guys, you
Yes,
ready to chop it up today?
yes. Let's get
Let's
it.
do it.
Yes, sir. This might be one of the first podcasts we don't have an official baseball topic lined up. But if you guys stick around with the ops, we always float into baseball somehow. Every analogy that we do on this show has something to do with baseball eventually. But we'll definitely get into that. But let's throw up the first topic that we have today on this May 20th, the 65th episode of the Opps Sportscast.
Yeah, man. Let's get it.
Historic comeback. You know what was crazy? The amount of people that I saw that was actually leaving the game when the Knicks were down by 22 points in the middle of the fourth quarter. I had my brother-in-law. I don't know if he's watching the podcast tonight, but I had my brother-in-law hanging out with me watching the game, and he was rooting for the Knicks. He's a Pistons fan, but he was there like, you know what? I'm rooting for the Knicks the rest of the way through. We're watching that, and we're looking at each other like, man, this just ain't our night, man. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna be out of here. And so he takes off. I sit back into my lucky chair. Now I don't want to take credit for the Knicks win, but I sit back in my lucky chair, Zeke, and I tell you, they started coming back. As soon as that happened, bro, tell me
So
that's
you
not a
telling me the whole
coincidence.
you telling me the whole game you were sitting in your unlucky chair, my guy?
Apparently, bro, the Knicks just
I mean,
needed
what
me
kind of
to
fan
sit
are
in
you
the
to
lucky
start the
chair.
game and not in your lucky chair? Sound kind of fraudulent to me, my boy. Um, Listen, I was one of those dudes who I was talking to my boss earlier, and he's a Knicks fan, and he was also about to turn the game off, and I almost did, but then I was like, you know what, this is the NBA, runs happen all the time, so I kind of like had it on in the background. I didn't turn it completely off, but then I look up and they started making a game of it. I'm like, oh crap! And it was like 10 points, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Uh, the Cavs will turn it up, and they didn't. What I didn't like, I'll tell you what I didn't like at the end of regulation. Um, with the game tied and the Cavs had the last possession, Donovan Mitchell brings the ball up and gives it to James Harden. Donovan, this is your team, pimp. Like this is your moment in the
Yep.
Garden tie game. You got a chance to steal home court advantage in game one. Go get that, my dude. But now you pass it to, and I mean this ain't the James Harden of old. Like that beard is a little dry and crusty. He don't do it like he used to. So I was a little disappointed in that, and I don't know, man. It just they had their chance to put their foot on their throat, and they did, but they let up, and They had a chance to steal game one and they blew it. So I don't know how the rest of the series is going to go. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I'm a little nervous for the Cavs. I don't have that big of a lead in the Garden and let them get off the hook like that. I don't know if this is going to turn out in their favor. I could be wrong, but I got a bad feeling about it.
Well, I got a good feeling about it because Knicks, man, they looked amazing. But I agree with your assessment. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm sitting there on my couch and I'm holding out hope. I'm like, they can still come back. They can still come back. I forget what's the dude's name. The same dude that missed the three at the end for the Cavs. Drains a three. They go up by 22 again with like eight something minutes left. I'm like, bro, that's probably the game winner right there. I'm thinking to myself, I'm there like that's probably the game. And that's when my brother-in-law was like, yeah, that's probably the game. He gets up, he leaves, and then they start chipping away. But I always felt like they had a shot. They just needed to start playing like the Knicks. And so, like the age-old debate, if it's better to have rest or does that lead to rust? They looked rusty. They look absolute. And you know who looked most rusty for those who watched the game? OG Ananobi. He looked awful the first three quarters of that game. And it wasn't like Knicks fans that know OG's game were mad at OG. My man, you could tell he was still getting back into the rhythm. He didn't have the same kind of explosiveness or bounce. Even the whole game, he didn't look sure of himself because there's a couple 3-point shots he should have took. When he's feeling it, he takes those shots. He lets the ball fly. You could see he was kind of unsure of himself. Just he was out of rhythm, and he wasn't taking those shots. And they were able to sag off of him. That was a big problem. Knicks take out Josh Hart. They put in their shooters, and all of a sudden, no one can peel off to bring help to guard Jalen Brunson. And that's when the fun really started. That's when the fun really started because they put James Harden on an island. It became silly,
Bruh,
silly play
bruh,
after play.
bruh.
They came down court, set a screen, and now Brunson had him one on one, put him on skates every single time, bucket,
Straight
bucket,
on
bucket,
skate.
bucket.
Yep.
Um, the problem is this, fellas, is that the noise today is twofold, and I'm curious where you guys lean more. The noise today is twofold. Cavs coach should have done something. James Harden needs to play better defense.
We've been saying that for years. It's not going to happen at this point. We've been asking Harden to play. I mean, there are literally clips of James Harden and his Matador defense all over YouTube. So to expect him to turn it up now, that's not going to happen.
His
Bruh.
coach believes in him, Zeke. You heard what the coach said? Coach
Yeah,
said that he believed in James Harden's defense, and he's been playing really good defense.
What
yeah.
else,
See,
what
coach
else
is
is he
tired
gonna
to
say,
rest.
bro? What else is he gonna say? This is the
Because you know
same.
how
This,
James gets.
this
If
is the
you
same dude
criticize
that tried
James,
to
he'll
block
shut
his
down
own
on you.
teammate's shot, bro.
Right. He played defense against his own teammate better than he did against the opposition.
Yo,
You gotta
have
you
you ever
gotta
seen
make
that?
James. You seen that clip, right, Doc?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah. Like you
I'm
gotta
tripping.
you gotta convince James that you have his back because he'll turn on you in a dime. Like we've seen how he gets team to team. He'll show up 20 pounds overweight next game.
Oh snap! You know what, Zeke? I got to give you credit. Like all the noise that I've heard today from the talking heads, that is excellent analysis of maybe why the coach Kenny Atkinson is talking the way that he is after the game, where he has nothing but good things to say about James Harden and his decision to leave him out there and not pull him like so many people thought that he should. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's thinking like exactly what you said. I can't get on this guy's bad side. I need him. And so even if it's hurting the team, if it's going to hurt his feelings, that's not good for the club.
Now the question is, will he step up and reward that loyalty? Like, will you actually step up and try? Like, a little bit of defense would be an improvement. Give us something on the other end, because I mean, he used to be able to get away with it when he was scoring like 30, 35 points a game. Now you out there, this version of yourself. You got to give us something on defense to justify it, man.
Right. But you know what was interesting is like this is something that I think Charles Barkley said after the game in the post game. He was criticizing the coach, the Cavs coach, for not calling and using his timeouts when he did. Because during that run, they had four timeouts, and he just basically held on to all of them. He didn't break up their rally. And as they're coming back and they're making bucket after bucket, and the garden is getting louder and it's getting louder, you could feel the energy start to return. But the New York Knicks fans, give them credit. This is not like some pansy group of fans out there. As soon as they made any kind of bucket in the fourth quarter, the Knicks fans were starting to get rowdy. They were starting to get passionate. They were trying to root their team and to give them that energy. As soon as they were down by still 20, and they're over there, let's go defense. And so it was incredible to see them like really get charged up, and how that led into the team itself. But what do you guys think of the coach's decision to keep his timeouts in his pocket rather than to use those timeouts when you got a team that was off of two game sevens already in this playoffs, and their fourth quarter, and they look gassed.
I'll let you talk, Dave. I've been talking a lot.
I mean, poor coaching, desperation. I mean, what? You know what I'm saying? It's like this isn't this isn't the Pat Riley, uh, Phil Jackson, you know, era of coaching, man. Like you can just see it when cats are out on the floor, man. It's like these dudes chucking threes from half court. I'm the wrong person to talk to about this, man. But I just feel like it's just coaching. I just feel like you know you get a person like who I don't even know what's the coach's name for the Cavaliers.
Kenny
Kenny
Atkins.
Atkinson. And I
Kenny
promise you, if you would have said that name and told me to pick him out of a lineup, I would have failed because he
That's what
do
I'm
not look
saying,
like a
man.
Kenny Atkinson.
I just like what are we? I don't. What are we doing? Like I don't even know. I don't even know the coach's name, and I think you just said his name a little while ago, Peasy. And like I just think that it goes to show the desperation of teams like James Harden. His head coach is saying he believes in him, and his defense has gotten better, and the dude looked like a chocolate Tara Lipinski last night. All right, he brought nothing to the defensive side of the game, man. Nothing. This dude was getting
Terrible
baked,
Pinsky.
man. He was getting baked, and so I mean, so I'm supposed to like make a take for a coach that says I'm supposed to come up with a reason why a coach didn't bring better, staff in to the game that was, more rested or whatever. I'm supposed to make a case for a person who said that James Harden's defense is getting better when all I saw was this dude like I don't know, man. Don't give me. I'm about to say something. Go to Zeke because I'm about to say something, man. I was about to say something
Bruh,
real bad, bro, and I felt it. I'm like,
you said enough. Like my flabber is all the way gasted right now. Like you said, Tara Lipinski. Like you couldn't even go with Brian Boitano or even like a male hockey player. You went with a skinny white chick that 90. Okay, I'm gonna say
I said
Lucito.
chocolate.
Put it
I said he looked like a
Lucito,
chocolate.
put it in the comments if you know who Tara Lipinski is. Did that name ring any bells for you, my boy? Like, dang, Tara Lipinski. But yeah, he should have done something. His assistant coach should have said, "Hey, call a timeout." Donovan Mitchell should have looked at the coach like, "Yo, again, like you the leader of this team. Like Donovan, Jared Allen. I looked to him as a leader of the team. maybe even Evan Mobley, somebody should have looked at the coach and say, "Yo, we got to slow this rally down." But they just let them walk them down, man. I don't know. It was like the boogeyman. Like it was coming, and they couldn't do nothing to stop it. So
Yeah, I think it was surprising the two things, and I'll say this: like Draymond, I heard his take. He's the only person I heard saying this, but he was, he's a defensive savant, and say what you want about Draymond, he knows defense. He was saying like, as much as you want to blame James Harden, that some of those players should not be switching when they set those screens, fight through the screen. And I was there like, you know what? He's got some truth to that. Someone on that defense should have took a little pride and made it so that way. I don't care that you want to switch off on James Harden. I'm your assignment. You're my assignment, and I'm guarding you. You think there's any truth to that?
it all depends on the culture philosophy. Again, if the coaches are telling them to switch, I mean, you would like to see a player step up and say, "You know what? I'm not switching," but a coach should have been in their ear like, "Yo, stop switching." Maybe, dang, Wemby. I'm sorry. I'm watching the game and talking to y'all at the same time. It's a lot of OMG moments happening on the screen, but
Yeah,
somebody should have stepped up and said, "Yo, this switching on screens ain't working. We gotta do something different." But that normally happens in timeouts that they didn't take. So I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you this. I think the surprising thing was every single time down the court on offense, because this stroke job that the Cleveland Cavaliers went through, a lot of that was if they would have just traded buckets, there's no way the Knicks come back if they're continuing
Right?
at least to score. Every time down the court, they went from moving the ball, passing the ball, getting assists to one on one. But it was interesting who was doing the one on one. It was James Harden every single time.
Right.
And he was turning the ball over, or the ball was getting stuck in his hands to the point where they had to throw up those, they call them grenade threes, when you just got to launch it because time is about to expire. The Knicks had him cornered, and you would think Donovan would be there like, bro, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Let me go to work. And he was nowhere to be seen.
So let me step in here for a second because for anybody who will end up watching this live, all right, or on YouTube in our library, who doesn't know who James Harden is and why we're making such a fuss about the non-dopeness of his defense. I was able to find this GIF here, and I just want to bring this up. Now, fortunately for James, this is the highest resolution one that I could find, but I'm going to play it anyway. Now, what's happening here is something that should not happen. You should not pass the ball to your own teammate and then go try to block your teammate shooting the ball to gain your team points. That's not how basketball works.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? So here we go. All right. Let me get this up here, man. Let me all right, here we go. Oh, Harden with the dish. Oh,
Harden with the closeout.
what is that, bro? Come on, man. What are we
He
doing, Peasy? Can
he
you
realized he realized who he passed it to and was like, "Wait, I got the under on him scoring."
oh oh man, listen. This is I don't know, man. I think I've let this roll enough, man. I think
Yeah,
you guys get the point. Even if you are a non NBA fan, I think you get the point. Peasy, you were awful quiet on this one, bro.
It's funny. Last week's episode, I was there like, I felt like, especially 3 quarters through the game, I was there like, man, that take I had about James Harden, choking in the playoffs might come back to bite me. It's just not looking good. Although he didn't have a great game even before that. Um, it looked like the Knicks were in trouble, but they just didn't look like themselves. And towards the end, that was the Knicks team that we've seen for most of the playoffs. And I'm there like, man, if they play like that, they're going to be a problem for no matter who they face. And I definitely think, and most people agree, that that means they're going to be a big problem for the Cavaliers, likely to win this series. And they're going to give problems to whoever comes out of the West. Um, but obviously, they got to still get through the Cavaliers. But if they're going to continue to play hero ball, James Harden versus the field, or even if they want to just run Donovan Mitchell and not pass the ball versus the field, I think the Knicks would take that, especially with the defenders we have, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, some of the best defenders in all of basketball. We have to be able to match up. I don't think they're going to want that matchup. I think they need to move the ball around like they were doing the first three quarters, but I think they just lost their best opportunity to get one on us. Um, so we'll
And
see.
all jokes aside, too. Let me just say this, and this will be my last comment about James Harden. This is usually around the time in the playoffs where James Harden starts to talk about how he's tired, and it's been a long season, and and he just kind of fades to black. So I'm expecting nothing but the same type of defensive performance from James Harden in Game Two. So if they're counting on him to play any kind of defense, Donovan Mitchell better stand. He better step up, man, and have a talk with his boys and find out who it is that's going to show up to help him out. Because he's supposed to be the leader of this team, and it's not time for him to go duck and cover right now. He needs to step up, and he should not count on James Harden to do a darn thing.
No, I mean I agree, but I mean that's who they brought in.
I mean, I get
They
it.
got rid of Darius Garland, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, man. I listen, man. It's, if I can use this analogy, they needed to bring in Shaq and they brought in Tiny Tim. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dang.
So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And before we jump off of this
After,
topic,
What'd you say? See,
now I was gonna say just after like the, I don't know if you guys saw the clip of the game 7, um, after they won that game and the coach gave Donovan Mitchell some praise and everybody been talking about this his first NBA fine or Eastern Conference Finals or whatever conference he's in, first conference finals in 9 years, and they're making a big deal of it. He's got to step up and take control of the series, man.
yes,
Stop
sir.
relying on James. James, you need to be like option C or D. He need to find help from somebody other than James Harden, because if James Harden is his Robin, it's a wrap.
They in trouble, bro.
yeah,
They are in
yeah,
trouble.
he comes up small in too many big spots throughout his career. But I mean, I think a lot of that is due to it's playoffs. You're not going to get those ticky tacky fouls. You got to actually like play, which is one of the reasons why I think a lot of people also have the Spurs, having the edge because Shea kind of plays that same way. Before we get off this topic, let's just talk about this real quick. A lot of people are saying that where do the Cavs pivot if they go out and lose this series? And a lot of people are starting to speculate that LeBron James goes back to Cleveland. Do you buying any of that? Do you think that's something that would be a destination for LeBron to finish out his career?
I'm gonna let Zeke handle this.
Listen, if he's a free agent, I'll say go ahead and bring him in. But if they got to give up assets for him, heck no. Because I actually thought about that before you even mentioned people were talking about it. I'm like, look, LeBron is sitting at home and they're talking about Cleveland making the conference finals for the first time without him. Would he like to end his career in Cleveland? Would it be a nice feel good story? Yeah, cool. If he's a free agent, then and they want to sign him for like the veterans minimum or whatever, then go ahead and bring him back and let him do his thing. But if they got to give up actual assets for him, LeBron leaves scorched earth wherever he goes. So like you gotta be prepared for that. And you got a good thing going. Do you need help? Yes. Does it necessarily need to be in the form of LeBron James? Not if it's going to cost you too much. Not if you're going to have to alter your roster a lot more than you're willing to, or a lot more than you think you need to. What's the team going to look like when he's gone?
Right.
You gotta look at, all right, next year are we gonna still have a team that's gonna be competitive, or did we have to move too much to get him on this team and now he's gone and we're left with, I don't know, Donovan Mitchell and the Pips.
Yo, we are killing the analogies tonight. Well, you are, Zeke. I don't want to pat myself on the back. I think the Tara Lipinski one was, but
Terrible. That was I can't beat that one, dude. That was an insane pull.
bro, I don't know where that came from. I have no
Like
idea.
you didn't even say Christy Yamaguchi or Oksana Bayul, or you just
And
went to straight to Tara Lipinski.
and
Like
I
I
went extremes too, man, because she like 95 pounds, and we know James Harden isn't that
Max.
small.
His beard is like 95 pounds.
Right. I have no idea where I came up with that from. I need to stop. Somebody stop
Said
me.
Mobley is healthier than Brown.
What happened?
He said Mobley is healthier than Brown. Which Brown?
Who's Brown?
Yeah, which Brown is he talking about?
Jalen Brown, James Brown, Bobby Brown.
But I don't know.
Not sure I follow.
We'll clean it up soon.
Okay. He'll probably Braun. Oh, okay.
Oh, got you.
Got
Darn
yeah,
autocorrect.
yeah, that's right. I'm there like, wait a minute, who are you talking about? Um, okay, yeah, that was. Did you guys? Speaking of Brown, did you see the drama that's been happening between Stephen A. and Jalen Brown?
I saw it and I refused to click on any of the articles that popped up on my computer. I couldn't care less. I mean, y'all can talk about it if y'all want, but
Nah, I mean we don't have to get into it,
This though, I mean, we
but
talk about Stephen A. What you guys think about Skip's being on First Take a couple Fridays ago, man? What you guys think about that?
Skip looks
nice
old,
one
bro.
off for nostalgia. I really hope they don't try to breathe life back into that.
What if
Nah,
they did it once a week? What if they did it every Friday? Y'all wouldn't be with that.
Would
I
Skip be
like
okay
Skip.
with the realization that it's no longer his show? Because First Take was his show when Stephen A. was on there.
I
Is he
mean,
going to try to take over, or is he going to play second fiddle?
I mean,
He's not used to being the other guy.
Even if he was okay with that, he's too bombastic. It's to me, it's just no. It's just a no.
it's a no.
He
You think
the
he's more
problem I have with
bombastic
Skip,
than Kyle Hurd?
I don't believe his takes. Like sometimes I don't believe he's serious. I think he's just trying to be controversial.
That's how I
So
feel
like
about Colin.
Colin
Like
Cowherd,
he just says stuff to get reaction and clickbait and views. Like I want to believe that like 90% of the stuff that he says is
Colin
just like,
Cowherd is just
ooh, this
dumb.
will get him going.
He's just dumb, man. Wasn't he the one that was interviewing James Harrison, and he kept talking about James Harrison when he got drafted? And James Harrison didn't get drafted, right?
I think that was him.
Now, when you were drafted, he was like, "I wasn't drafted, dude." It's like, do your research, homie. Like
Right.
on a platform like that, and you claiming you the dawn of sports talk, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
James Harrison should have stood up, man, and snapped him over his knee, man. He
Should have
should have
pulled
did
a
pull one of
Jim
them old,
Everett.
huh?
You remember what Jim Everett did to Jim Rome?
What
All
did
right.
he call him? Chris. He was calling
He
him
called
Chris
him
Everett.
Chris. He kept calling him Chris.
Chris.
bro. I saw. Yeah, that's old school. I seen that.
Here's the thing though. Like I heard some background story on that. Rome warned him. He was like, "Look, I've been calling you Chris. My audience is gonna think I'm fraudulent if I don't do it." And he gave him the okay. And then in the moment, he just like switched it up on him and snapped. So yeah,
Chris.
Rome told
That
him, he's like, "I
happens.
got to do what I got to do, man."
I don't know, man. I've never been a Jim Rome fan, bro.
No, no. But I do like Colin
Uh,
Cowherd.
I hate how he talks and never-ending sentences.
Oh
Everything
yeah.
keeps going on and on. Peasy, you're gonna go to the next topic. Zeke, you're gonna join in. And the cut's
we
gonna
must be
be
talking about
quiet.
football. If you urging me to join in, the next topic must be football.
No, we have to
No,
Okay,
football,
good.
bro.
Okay,
We
no,
gotta do you like that, man.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
NBA playoffs, bro. SGA wins the
We
MVP.
still talk about NBA. Dang.
It's the playoffs, man. Come on,
It's the
we got to get
playoffs.
Wimby in there, man. Let's talk about Wimby, man.
NFL is
He's
done, and
40.
ML and the Mets already went to Mexico for vacation. So there's nothing
Bro,
left to talk
we
about,
can't. I told you last week the Mets got DFA'd.
bro. We got fired from the league. We didn't even know it.
Hey, y'all took the
Um,
series against the Yankees, though, man.
Hey,
and it's not even worth talking about because they still trashed. It's I don't know.
We kind
It's
of
not
did
worth
give
talking.
that to y'all, man. When we put Bednar
so
on the mound, we were like, "Merry Christmas, guys." Don't ever say we never did anything for you.
Bro,
I'm
this
not
is
gonna
not the
lie.
season to be doing anything for us. Y'all need the wins. We don't. We don't need the wins. It's not going to help us.
When I saw my notifications that Bo Bichette had 2 home runs, I was like, "Oh, the Mets must be killing it." And I checked, and they lost 12-9. I was like, "Oh, never mind."
Or how about today? Juan Soto had two-run home runs, and we lost by this year. We
Y'all
scored four
lost,
off of those home runs. They scored eight. No one else scored.
yo. That's bananas, man. Yo,
That's
this
the
kid Kim
Mets.
for the Dodgers, man, looks like he like 12 years old.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
did they overturn that?
I got 4 games on right now, bro. I need to somebody stop me.
Nah, let them cook.
Bro, but what you guys think? Because I know, like, even Lucito said it in the comment that Joker should have won based off of stats. He actually, like, the Joker had one of his best seasons ever. He kind of needed to with the supporting cast being as terrible as they were. And so I think that's why probably but I mean, he led the league in, what was it? Two categories. He led the league in assists, and didn't he lead the league in rebounds too?
Possibly.
Let me just say this real quick, man. For me, man, I like to see the cat that wins the MVP get excited about winning the MVP, man.
There's some
Right.
truth to that.
Okay, you know, and Joker just gonna take the trophy and take it back to the locker room and use it as a footrest. You know what I'm
He
saying?
gonna
Yep,
put some water in and let his horses drink out of it.
that's
And
right.
he gonna have a
There's some truth to
cigarette
that.
while he's talking to answering questions from the media and put the cig out on the top of the trophy. He don't care, man. I don't know if it's just like he doesn't care or the game is just that effortless for him, man. He just seemed like he absolutely hates what he's doing, man. I don't know. But I ain't
Bro,
gonna
but
be the one to
Shea,
tell him. You see how big his brothers are?
Shea wasn't that like excited or either.
But Shay is he just he cool, man. He just a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He has swag.
I don't like Shea. I don't like his game. I'm sorry. I don't. I just don't. I just don't. I don't like. I don't. I don't like. I don't. I don't like. I don't like his game, man. I just don't respect him, man. I'm sorry. I try to. He's a phenomenal
What
talent.
don't you like about his game, man?
He's
It's
he's
terrible.
anti
It's
everything the
bad to
Knicks stand
watch.
for.
That the Knicks stand for?
Like I'm
No.
saying, like everything that like the Knicks that gritty, go get it in the trenches type stuff. Shea is like, ooh, how can I get to the free throw line now? That's what I'm saying. Like he's
Yeah.
everything that Knicks fans don't like to watch in their basketball players. Like he
I wouldn't
wouldn't fit
say it's
well.
just Knicks fans though. There's a lot of people that feel the way that I feel.
We're talking about you though. He said, why don't you like Shea? I
I
tried to
mean,
explain.
it has nothing to do with my fandom of the Knicks, though. So I would only disagree on that point. It has everything to do with how I think the game of basketball should be played. Like I was seeing this one clip. Did you post it? I can't remember, Dave. It was showing the differences between Kobe and Shea.
Man, what?
You seen that? Where Kobe would get a pump fake, do a fly in the air to take the ball down, let the guy basically fly past him and then do either a fadeaway jump shot, a floater towards the rim. His game was completely different. He was doing pump fakes with the point of trying to create a
Contact.
shot, an easy shot for himself, right?
Yeah.
Shea does not do that. Shea's going to do a pump fake with the point of creating contact, getting to the free throw line. It's just bad basketball. If every minute you got to stop the game to take two free throws off of some ticky tack, barely touched foul or flopping all over the place kind of foul, it's bad basketball, bro. Like I got respect for like Curry. He don't play like that. You know what I mean? I may not have agreed with Michael Jordan because I felt like he got a lot of like calls because like I mean there's evidence of was that a foul, Michael? I thought it was a foul, Michael. No, it wasn't a foul. It's not a foul. Foul on
That
this
was
guy
one
instead.
clip. Let it go.
Bro, we got evidence of this. And so like that kind of stuff as a New York fan, I can't respect. It's they're like, bro, you got the refs in your pocket, bro. But like even with Shea, like it's like, bro, that's not good basketball. It's not fun to watch. Joker is at least that guy's fun to watch. He may not emote, show any kind of emotions, but his game is fun to watch. The man will make behind the back passes, threes, push the fast break as a big man, rebound and create fast break. The guy actually has an exciting game. I respect his game. I don't respect Shea's game. I don't respect his game.
Um, I still think Wimby should
You're
have.
muted, Dave.
If
That's probably a good thing, man.
go ahead, say what you guys. Now I want
Nah,
to
you
hear what
go
you got to
ahead,
say.
Z. Go ahead, man. You good?
Nah, man.
I'm just saying, man. It's like we were just talking about this, right? The league and the audience has changed. We were talking about character. We were talking about the swag. We were talking about Ant, and how very what's the word can I use, man? Anyway, he appeals to a certain demographic, right? And that's what we were talking about. You know, the torch has kind of been passed with the league and what. And Zeke, you had a great take. My wife was talking about your take about how people would accept. Are people going to accept Ant and who he is, and or are they going to, or is the league going to have a hard time marketing him? And you had an excellent take on that. And my wife was saying how she really agreed with your stance on that, right? And so my thing is this: we cannot like Shea Gilgis Alexander's game, right? We cannot like his style and how he's always looking to go to the line and stuff like that. But bro, it's the nature of the game. It's like the game has changed. I remember, my goal. As much as I talk about Jordan, right? Got Jordan on the wall back here. By the way, I got a bigger poster coming, man. Y'all wait till that I debut that. It's gonna be sick. Same poster, just bigger. Anywho, you may think that Jordan is my GOAT, but my GOAT is Dominique Wilkins. My NBA GOAT is Neek, okay? And back when I used to watch all the Hawks games. I used to watch Neek and Jordan go at it all the time, man. And everybody back then on the team had a jumper, man. You had to have a mid-range jumper, right? And you had to have some kind of post game. Even point guards had some kind of post game. They had a little post, something to change it up, be able to open up lanes and stuff like that. These cats today, man, all they do is shoot. They shoot and they look to get fouled. That's the NBA today. It's the NBA today. That's like you got cats out here who shouldn't even dream of shooting a 3 pointer or shooting six, seven, eight threes a game. It's the nature of the game, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just how it is. None of these cats. There's a select few of these cats that have a mid range jumper game. Most of them are just they wishing on a prayer when they shoot. The only other option is to try to dry the lane and dunk. That's it. I mean, so what more can you add? Like I can't knock Shea for his game, man, for trying to create situations for himself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just my
Well,
take, man.
see. Here's the thing: is that may be the game, but the fact that Shea is winning MVPs symbolizes that that type of play is what's getting rewarded, right? And that's not the kind of play that fans want to see. That's why they call him a free throw merchant in almost every visiting court that he goes to. People don't want to see that. That's not how the game of basketball was meant to be, especially when you're talking about who's the GOAT of this generation, the last generation. A lot of the rhetoric that you hear, oh, they wouldn't have lasted in my generation. We'd put you on the ground, right? And they're like, well, bro, nowadays, any little, oh, he tapped my elbow is you go into the free throw line. It's like it's not fun basketball to watch, which is why it always makes like it's always confusing to me why in the playoffs now all of a sudden we go back to I mean it's not quite 90s basketball, but we get a little closer to it in the playoffs where they're not calling these kind of fouls. But yet the entire NBA season is the complete opposite, bro. And this is what's getting rewarded.
I hate to do this to Berto, man, but I got to.
Shay, I think he meant
Like
Shay.
slower.
I just want to leave it up there long enough for everybody to
Proofread
see
before
it.
you hit send, pimp.
Nah,
The
man, it's
game
not his
gonna
fault
count you
because
every time.
then he said this.
But yeah, to get back to Shea winning MVP, I thought Wemby should have got more love. Like if we're
Thank
not gonna
you.
give it to him, then whatever. But for him to finish third, like I hate the fact that defense is like negated. It seems like in these MVP talks, this
Yes.
man, this man is a game changer on both ends of the court,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that should be rewarded. For him to
I
finish
don't
third,
I
it
don't know
it,
about
it, it,
that.
it baffles me, man. Like to
But
have a
how
win.
do you
I don't know about game changer on both sides of the court.
he is.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, please tell me why.
I'm gonna tell you
I'm
why.
listening.
Because somebody on this podcast last week said that this same person that you are calling a game changer isn't ready for the playoffs. He's not ready for this caliber of play that he's about to experience in these playoffs. So
Who
that's
said
why
that?
I'm gonna side with that person just
Who
for
said
the
that?
sake of doing it.
It wasn't
I
this
don't
guy.
remember who said that. Who said that?
Cliffhanger.
Who said
Suspense is killing me.
Easy.
Who was it?
When I said
was it Zeke?
when
I don't
when
remember him saying that.
it was you,
I
Damn.
said that. I didn't say that. You remember me saying that, Zeke? I don't remember saying
Oh
that.
boy. Oh boy.
you were. I said that I could see Wemby taking his team to the finals. You
Okay.
said he's not there yet. He's not ready yet. You don't remember saying that, Peasy?
That was last week's episode?
Yeah, because
I'm
Josh
so
wasn't
confused.
here. Because Josh would have said something. Because you know that's his team.
That he's not ready to take his team to
I
the
said,
finals?
I
You're
said,
gonna have to
what
go find
about?
that.
I said, what
Let me
about the Spurs? What about instead of OKC against the Knicks? I said, what about the Spurs and the Knicks?
I mean, I think I would rather face the Spurs than OKC. But the I said I didn't I say last podcast that the Thunder excuse me, the Spurs match up really well with the Thunder all season. They played the Thunder really well.
Nah, man, you didn't
I'm
say
pretty
that
sure I
last
said that. They match up really well. I might have to go
we'll
back and
find out.
rewatch that.
I'm sure there's some receipts somewhere.
somewhere.
I'm
We'll
sure there
find it.
is. Maybe who knows? Maybe
It's all
yeah.
good,
I
man.
don't remember. I don't remember saying that. Okay, but it is what it is. Um, I'll tell you what I do know now is I'm becoming more and more of a Wimby fan. I can tell you that much because if you know me, I love the response that he had when they
Woo!
asked him after that game one win. And they said, hey, after seeing SGA win the MVP, was there any extra motivation to come out and to prove them wrong and to show them because it looked like you had that fire in your eyes and that. and that you were coming out to make a statement, and he didn't back down. He just said, "Yeah, everything you said," and I'm there
Everything
like,
you
"Oh
said.
shoot!"
Yep.
It was like one of those stepbrother moments where it was just like, "Did we just become best friends?" Yup, you know what I mean? It was like one of those things. I'm there like, "Bro." That's a statement in my book, man. Like you win points with me saying that kind of, talk that trash, bro. I'm here for it.
He
Talk
looked
that
mad too.
trash.
He was not happy either.
He played angry. The man had 41 points, 24 rebounds, and the Spurs were not taking the ball to the cup. They were just settling for shots because if you watch the game, every time they would get to the rim, they're like, you know what, let's kick it back out, right? And so that's what we're talking about by game changing defense.
Yeah.
Now, I think we match up well with the Spurs because I don't think Wemby will be able to stay in the paint like he can with Chet Holmgren. Because Holmgren ain't really shooting the three like that. You do that to Carl Anthony Towns, say what you want about his sassiness. He is lethal from beyond the arc. The man has won a 3-point shooting contest. And so I think we'll be able to pull Wemby out of the paint, which is why we would match up really well with the Spurs. Because we'll still be able to open up those driving lanes.
He'll close
But
those
the man
driving
is a
lanes at
beast.
1.2 steps. You'll think you
Yeah, I
got an
mean, with
easy
that,
layup, and he'll just block it from the 3-point line, dude. The man is an
there's
animal.
some truth to that. There is some truth to that. But yeah, but we'll be able to, maybe we probably won't be able to make it all the way to the rim like you said because he could close the distance. But we'll get close enough to at least throw a floater before he gets there, probably. But I think that's why we match up a little bit better. Um, but no, you got to give this guy credit. He's doing everything that he can. Um, future, we were talking about last podcast, future face of the NBA, right? And we were hating on Minnesota Timberwolves Anthony Edwards, right? Or at least you were um, hating on Anthony Edwards, and I was saying like it was tough that I think that's what I said that Wemby may not be ready for the face of the NBA, right? Mainly because like usually that's Americans, like you know what I mean, like it's an American game. You would think like they would have an American there, and that's why it's always been tough for Joker, even though he's been the best player in the league to really take that mantle. I think it's going to be the same with the Canadian Shea Gilgeous, and I was thinking at the time it might be the same with Wemby, but after that statement, that's an American type statement right there.
I was gonna say, man, that dude played otherworldly, man. If that wasn't a
Yes,
statement, like
that was a statement.
that was so in American terms, that's a like, that's a forget you and the horse you rode in on type of statement. And that what's more American than that statement? Nothing.
In his house.
Right. He's ready for it, bro. The
He
cat should
he
have been
showed he showed me
MVP.
something.
He should have been MVP,
He
man.
he
It's
showed me something. I'll give him that. Yeah, he showed me something with that kind of fire, man. Like I'm all in. I'm all in. Like you know what I mean. But let Brunson and the Knicks get at least one chip before you start your reign of terror. I would definitely appreciate that. Um,
I
all
don't think it
right.
would be hard for Joker to be the face of the league if he wanted it though. Like those the three names that you mentioned outside of Ant Man, you mentioned Joker, you mentioned Wemby, you mentioned Shea. I think Wemby and Shea would embrace it. Joker's just like, yeah, whatever. I want to go home to my horses.
right.
Right.
I want to
I
win
mean, but the
games.
same the same
I
thing
want
with
to go home
Luca.
to my horses.
The horse is
Luca,
mine.
Luca's got charisma, but like face of the NBA, he's never really taken that mantle. Although he's been very, very talented, one of the best players in the league almost every single year he's been
I
in the
think the
league.
fans will. I think the fans would embrace him though as the face. Like if he took that next step and started winning rings, the fans would embrace him. Joker, I don't think there's really a connection with like the fans. Like the analysts try to push it, like, oh, this guy is so great, and it's like the numbers don't lie. The boy can ball, but it's just like his nonchalant, yeah, whatever type attitude. It was like I don't know if y'all saw that clip a little while back where DeMarcus Cousins snuck into the media room. He asked him a question about if you could like win the next 5 MVPs and championships or have your horses win the Kentucky Derby, which would you choose? He was like, "Oh, my horses all day." It's like, dude,
Wow.
that's why he will never be the face of the league because he doesn't care about the game. He just does it to fund his hobbies, pretty much.
Part of being the face of the league is being able to be, it's being able to move product, right?
You got to be
Ultimately,
marketable.
you got to be that's the word I was looking for. Is being marketable,
I
and
mean,
marketable has to have crossover appeal, and
Yes.
he doesn't have that crossover appeal as far as Joker. Luca has a little bit more. Wemby, he can get there. He can get there. Um, I don't know if his personality, if he has a personality anything similar to Shaq. Shaq had that face of the league crossover appeal so much so that the man is like goaded to Peyton Manning level, whereas they're like years after this man is retired, he's on every commercial you
Yep.
see. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And so like can someone in the league today get to that goaded Peyton Manning, Shaquille O'Neal level? I don't know. But like, we haven't seen a whole lot of Wemby's personality until he showed us a little flash after that performance where it was just there like, bro, he might be on his way. The man might have arrived, which is kind of exciting to see. But like I said, hopefully after this season, let the Knicks finally get one, please, and then you could start your reign of terror. I mean, my goodness.
Uh, we snatching lollipops.
All right, let's uh let's keep it moving here. Um, Rasheed Rice, guys, in trouble with the law. This is the Stephen A. Smith moment where he says, "Hey, off the weed." A man violated his probation by being found with traces of THC in his system. Uh, Tell us what if you're the Chiefs, what are you doing with Rasheed Rice?
I'd like to hear Zeke's take on this.
They're afraid to cut him because he's still young, he's still talented. And if he goes somewhere and cleans himself up and becomes a superstar, then they're gonna get smashed in the media. Um, I don't know if you suspend him for like impose a self suspension so you can like get him back for the second half of the season. I don't know what you do with him, but you gotta do so. That's the problem when you have young, talented players and they just keep crossing the line. It's like, what do? Do you risk losing them by going too harsh with the punishment? Do you risk the ire of the fans by being too lenient with the punishment? Like, what do you do?
Zeke, define smashed in the media for me.
So, like, I know a lot of people they'll be looking at this like, so you're saying if he goes to be a superstar somewhere else, or
I'm just
either
saying,
like so if they
what-
if they decide to cut him because they
yeah.
just don't want to deal with the headache of him constantly being in trouble with the law, and then he goes and signs with I don't know the Raiders, and he turns into the superstar that everybody believes that he can be, and torches them something like Randy Moss used to do with the Cowboys for not drafting him. Then they got to deal with backlash from the fans. They got to deal with backlash from the media. Like how you going to cut this guy when he was so young? You should have given him a break. Should have worked with him. Blah blah blah. Um, if they're too lenient with him, then you're gonna have fans on the other side of the aisle like, oh, he's just getting off because he's young and he's rich and he's talented. And if that was me, I would have lost my job. Blah blah. It's almost like a lose lose with this man. It's like there's I don't know. They gotta find some way to handle this and know that they're gonna get criticism from both sides, but be okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would add one more wrinkle to it, and I'll throw this to you, Dave.
Yeah.
Um, Rasheed Rice, last year of his contract of his rookie deal. If you're the Chiefs, what do you do?
Hmm.
You resigning him to a big contract, cutting bait.
As the owner,
GM,
Zeke, what you doing?
As a GM, I'm having a conversation with the owner because, again, if I'm the GM and you're taking a risk either way, if I let this dude go and it's just a case of he's young and immature and he goes somewhere else and grows up, let's say it happens, it's rare, but it could happen. He goes somewhere, finds some maturity, gets somebody in his ear to tell him to slow it down and grab hold of this opportunity that he has, and he turns his life around. And he turns into, like I said, that superstar. The owner's gonna be looking at the GM like, yo, you let this dude go? Like you couldn't find somebody to get in his ear? You let this dude go, and now we have it, especially if the Chiefs struggle without him. Like if he goes somewhere else and balls out and the Chiefs struggle, I don't see the owner being like, well, you did what you had to do, and I'm stick by you because you stood on your morals. Nah, owner wants to win, especially in Kansas City. Like there's a standard that they set, and they hungry. So if you let this dude go and he turns out to be somebody that could have helped your team, you just need the right person in his ear. I think that's what needs to happen. Like Pat needs to get in his ear. I don't know if Kelsey's coming back or not, but somebody, whoever considers himself the leaders, along with Andy Reid, like sit this dude down. Like, look, this is your last year of your contract. I need you to prove that not only do you want to be here, but you want to be like prove that you want to take advantage of the talent that you got. Prove that you love this game more than the thrill of doing whatever you're doing outside of the field. Like, prove that you want that next contract. Don't give it to him without making him earn it. Do you take a risk that he'll go somewhere else? Yeah, whatever. If he wants to walk at the end of the year, that's on him. But I'm not committing to him with a big long term contract just because of his name and what the potential of what he could do. Like, I need you to actually prove that you want to play football.
I can tell you what I would do. And I know exactly what I would do if I was the GM. I would, this would be like strike two for me, but I have plenty of time for strike three. And before I commit to a longer contract, I would just let him ride out this last year. I wouldn't give him a contract. I would franchise tag him 2 years in a row. He makes any mistakes, I know I'm not signing him to a long term deal. You got 3 years of Rasheed Rice, and realistically, I mean, how many years left you think you got of your coach, Andy Reid? Maybe you got another 2, 3 years of like, hey, let's go for this championship before Andy Reid decides to walk away, and then you recalibrate. But I don't think you recalibrate with Rasheed Rice. I don't think you give that man a long term contract. He's gonna need to prove it with, the man has been a saint over the last 3 years before I ever considered giving him a long term deal.
Yo, I just looked up the franchise tag for 2026 for a receiver. Looking at over $27 million.
Yeah, that's
That's a
gonna
big
hurt.
number for 1 year, man.
It is, but it
So
hurt a lot more if you give that man like a guaranteed 3, 4 year deal, man. That's
So you want to hear what I would do?
yeah,
good luck in your future endeavors.
So
cut him.
what I've been hearing from both of you guys, Peasy, you set the scenario. This is the last year of his contract, right? Current contract, right? And he's coming off of a 6 game suspension for something he did in the off season, right? This is the scenario, right? Last season of that contract, right?
Yep.
And what I'm hearing from both of you guys is, well, you PZ, you would franchise tag him. Zeke, you wouldn't offer him a long term contract, but you would offer him a 1 year. You said
No, I say I let him play out the rest of his contract and make him prove that he actually wants to be in the league.
make him prove that he wants to be in the league. Peasy, you say make him prove he's worth it.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't give him a long term contract.
No, you would
I
franchise tag him, and if he
I
messes up
franchise tag him.
right, if he messes up, he's
One
done.
more time, he's cut.
Rashid Rice has already shown us who he is. Okay, and I'm gonna set the stage for you. Rashid Rice, if he wanted to play football, he would have kept his nose clean. This dude was in a car accident, right? This is here are the facts. Four people injured in the crash that he caused and left the scene of, right? He had to turn himself in 9 days after the incident. He faced 8 charges for his role in the crash, including 6 counts of collision causing him bodily injury, 1 count of causing serious bodily injury, and 1 count of aggravated assault. He gets suspended 6 games, misses 6 paychecks from the league that he clawed and scratched to get drafted into, right? Played his whole life to get drafted to play ball, to be here. It's a privilege, right? To show how serious he is and how grateful he is that he has his job and this opportunity. He signs an agreement that says on your probation you can't do this. Oh, by the way, you can't smoke weed. You cannot take drugs because you will be drug tested. What does he do?
Right.
He goes and takes the most traceable form of marijuana, showing that he doesn't give two craps about what anybody else thinks or says. That right there shows me that Rashid Rice doesn't care about playing in the NFL. He doesn't. So you got your answer right there. He's proven to you. He's shown you. Like literally, bro, he should be in prison for what he did to those people.
Facts.
He
So
should be
That's the
Dave,
problem.
you're the GM. What do you do? What's your answer to
He's
this?
gone, bro. I don't care. I don't care how high he can jump. I don't care if he could catch the ball with just his legs. He's proven. Let him be somebody else's problem. I'm trading him. And the thing about it is the way that you guys are speaking about him. If you guys seem to think he has value as the GMs, I'm sure other GMs will think he has value too. He's got to go, and somebody will take him. But I'm gonna get.
What do you think you're getting for him?
So when was he drafted? What he was the cat that Buffalo didn't. No, that's not him. Who drafted him? What year? What round did he go in?
That's a great question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer for you.
I'm gonna
No,
look it
I
up.
don't. I don't know either.
I'm trading him though, either way. And I feel like based on his performance, I mean, I could ask what I want for him. I'm holding on to him. If people want him, they'll be like, oh, we'll wait until he's a free agent or whatever.
2023.
Right, because this is
Second.
going to be his fourth year.
Yep.
Yep, it's going to be his fourth year.
Yo.
I don't know what round he was taking. Do you see that?
Second round. Second round.
Second round. What pick was
Second
it?
round.
Oh, you asking too many
Don't worry
questions.
about it if you can't find it.
I mean, I can. I didn't go that deep because Wemby's on TV.
Oh, okay. It's 55th overall. Second round.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You know what?
You're not getting a second round pick for him.
I was just gonna say I would ask for it too. I don't
I don't
know.
think we get
Because
two for him.
they know you're desperate to get rid of him. And they know
But
eventually you're
am
gonna
I?
cut him.
Am I desperate or am I emotional?
Listen, you're not gonna get it. They're not emotional, I can tell you that. So you can ask for it too, but they're not gonna give you one.
Bro, let me tell you something. And PZ, this is gonna hurt for you to hear this. But you have teams that are so dumb that they'll give up 2 first-round picks for a cornerback who has done nothing, right?
I
You
knew he
don't
was
think
going
I'm going
there.
to get a 2? You don't think I'm going to get a 2 for Rashid Rice?
No,
Look
because
at that
Sauce
dude on
Gardner
the
wasn't a
field.
headache.
Huh?
Sauce Gardner wasn't a headache.
He wasn't playing either.
Rasheed Rice is a troubled man and a problem child. And again, they know you're trying to get rid of him, and eventually you're gonna cut him. So they're just gonna wait. It's like these dudes that in my other fantasy leagues, they try to offer me these stupid trades like right around draft time. I'm like, I know you're not keeping this dude, so I'll just let you cut him and put him in the free agent pool so I can draft him. I'm
Yeah.
not giving you a second round pick for this bum.
Somebody will give me a 2 for him, man. I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, maybe Jerry Jones.
Wow.
Just saying, somebody will, bro. You just never know, right? You
Yeah.
never
Okay.
know.
Yo,
In
Wimby's
other news,
can't look like a little boy. I'm sorry.
let's keep moving. In other
Yeah.
news, Jason Kidd was fired. Uh, I hope I'm not butchering his name. The new president of the Dallas Mavericks, Masai Ujiri, in
Close
as close enough, cool. In as the new Dallas Mavericks president, gets rid of Jason Kidd. Um, I don't know. The thought process behind it is, from what I'm hearing, is that he's trying to rid the organization of the stink of the poor decision making to get rid of Luka Doncic. Right
was that
decision.
did Jason have any? I'm pretty sure Jason didn't have anything to do
I
with
was about
that.
to say, man, Jason Kidd had nothing to do with that.
Jason
Matter of
Kidd
fact,
was just as shocked as we were.
he was tiptoeing around all the questions at the press conference. He was trying to act like he, you know, they know what's best for the team. I just do what I do my part. You know,
They give me the ingredients. I try to cook a masterpiece.
that's it, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I
In
don't,
the
I don't know what's up with that.
Shaquille O'Neal was saying that he wants to see Jason Kidd get picked up by the Orlando Magic, which
Kid's a
might
good
be a
coach,
good. Yeah,
man. I'll give him that.
he might be a good landing spot for him.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in Chicago, but I know that's not going to happen.
You Chicago's still looking, huh?
Yeah, that the latest I heard was Jerry Stackhouse is a top candidate. I'm like, what?
Boy, trust the
You're,
process.
you're going to be hard pressed to get a veteran coach in Chicago. They traded all their talent. They had
All
a
of their
fire
talent,
sale.
dude.
Trust the
And
process, G.
like most of them were like in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah, they traded all their talent, so they're gonna have a tough time getting a coach, especially a kid's caliber. You tell, and this is crazy because Chicago is a much more storied franchise than Orlando. But if you had a choice between going to Orlando and Chicago right now, bro,
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to
uh,
Magic Land.
I'm sorry, you got to go to Orlando.
There's no state
Um,
income tax in Florida.
Hell yeah, that too. Um, Aaron Rodgers last season in the NFL, fellas,
Yes.
is this to me? This is the most predictable thing. I'll let you guys say your own comment on this, but you already knew Aaron Rodgers wanted to have that going away fandom at every stadium farewell tour. You know he wanted to have a farewell tour, and so there was no way he was going to retire before he got that. That's my
Right.
take on this. Um, any anything you want to add on that?
Go ahead, Zeke.
I I just think it's fitting that okay, here's the thing. Dude was the Cowboys coach, and I still can't remember his name. Mike
McCarthy.
McCarthy. Yeah. I think it's fitting that his last year comes with McCarthy. Um I wonder if he'll like I wonder if he'll stick to that if it doesn't go the way that he wants to. Like God forbid he gets hurt like he did with the Jets on like the first play.
Yeah, that was bad.
I think he's back next year.
Yeah, he's gonna want his farewell tour. You're
Yeah, he
right. I
wants
was
to
thinking of
do
that
it.
too. He wants the farewell tour. If he gets injured, he's gonna come back. I can't go out like that. I need my
Yeah.
farewell tour. He just
And
needs
if
he
I'm the
just needs
Steelers, I'm
that.
like,
Yeah.
you can have that tour with somebody else. We're done.
Well, if you're the Steelers, you're probably not drafting a quarterback next year either because you just don't need a quarterback
True,
apparently in Pittsburgh.
true.
It's just not a requirement for an NFL team.
You get on the
Um,
phone with Roethlisberger like, "Hey, big head, how you doing?"
from Aaron Rodgers to Aaron Rye. That's not a typo. Um, Zeke, how surprised are you that uh, he's the winner of the PGA?
Very. Honestly, like I turned on the final round and I saw him at the top of the leaderboard, and my first reaction was, "Who?"
Yeah.
I've never heard of this dude, and that's the magic of like major golf tournaments like this. Like they set the course up to be like the toughest of the year, like the 4, 5. Well, I say five because a lot of people consider the Players Championship like the unofficial fifth major, but the course is set up to be tough, and the a lot of times you have your usual contenders. Like I call Scotty Scheffler Thanos. Like the dude is inevitable. Like even if he's not winning, like his shadow is on the course, and you know he's somewhere. He finished tied for 14th, which I think was his first time outside of the top 10 all year this year. Um, but other than that, you'll see like your usual names linger around the top, but every now and then you get somebody like an Aaron Rye who like the deep hardcore golf fans who pay attention to all the different tours around the world. They've heard of him. I guess he's had success on other tours. I had never heard of him. But that's the beauty of the game. Like I know like with NFL we say any given Sunday. But yo, any given weekend, somebody can come out and play the round of their life and win a golf tournament. And this just happened to be one of the biggest stages in golf. This is the PGA Championship, and he went out and he did his thing. Um, I know there was a lot of criticism about the way the tournament was set up, the way the course was set up, blah blah blah. I was disappointed to see who was crying about it because it's like, bruh, go out and play ball, like go out and golf, do your thing. You're the top players in the world. They got the course set up a certain way. All right, go beat the course.
Right.
Like it's you versus the course. Forget who's out there. It's you versus the course. And if the course is kicking your butt, tip your hat to the course and move on to the next tournament. Don't get on TV and cry about it because I mean you got people out there who they put a lot of time into setting these courses up. Like they're not necessarily out to get you, but they want to make it a tough tournament. And if I'm the one that's setting the courses up and I got like a Rory McIlroy or a Shane Lowry getting on TV and crying about how tough the course is, that's a feather in my cap.
You're
I
doing
just
your
made
job.
the top golfers in the world cry
Amen.
because they couldn't come out here and shoot 20 under in my golf tournament. So yeah, um, shout out to Aaron Rye. Hopefully this isn't the last we see of him. Hopefully he's not a one hit wonder. Um, but yeah, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, hey, what do you think about Aaron Rye winning the tournament? Like, who? Nah, fam. Ain't no way. I don't even know this dude. He came out and did the dang thing. So congrats to him.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what chances do you give him of winning another
It's
major?
hard to
Major.
say, man. Like this isn't when you go into the majors, you have your favorites. Like back in the day, it used to be Tiger versus the field. Like that
Mhm.
was the running bet. Like, would you take Tiger or would you take the field? And as silly as it was, a lot of times Tiger was the choice. But now you got your Scotty Schefflers, you got your Rory McIlroys, Brooks Koepka. He shows up in majors. He's back on the PGA Tour. I'm hearing rumors that John Rahm might be coming back to the PGA Tour.
Mm.
Um, it's funny, like a lot of these, they were having a little debate. A lot of these guys that went to live and how their games fell off. Um, I think it's just like the style of play over there is way more relaxed and there's less of a grind and it's more of a fun party atmosphere. I think these dudes who were once the top golfers in the world, they come back to the PGA Tour and they come back to the grind of it. I think we might see them return to top form, and you'll have a lot more of those big names that we used to see all the time back in contention. What chance do I give Aaron Rye win another major? I mean, is it the same as the top names? Maybe not, but again, if he goes out there and shoots his game for a weekend, if he makes those adjustments course to course, I wouldn't be surprised to see him up there win another one. The surprise is always the first one, but once you win a major, it's like, all right, you got that type of game. So if he wins another one, it's like, all right. I mean, he's not a scrub. He proved that in the PGA Championship. So if he goes
Right.
out and wins the Open or goes out and win the U.S. Open, it wouldn't be a shock. I wouldn't put money on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he won.
Cool.
Gotcha.
He
All
pursed like
right.
what was the purse for that? Real quick.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it was like 8 figures.
Yeah. That's what I
PGA,
thought.
these major championships, man, they get way too much money.
I
Like
thought it was like
I know
the championship was like 10 mil.
the purses for majors. Hold on, let me
I
see.
could Peasy, you could line up the next topic too, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it wasn't that much. He won a cool 3.7 mil.
Mm.
I thought the total purse was 20.5.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
total purse
Poor
was
guy.
twenty
He's
point
still
five.
broke then.
Yeah, he still got to go get a second job. What the heck? You seen
Hey
the gas
yo.
prices
uh,
lately?
Right.
that's right. That's like what? Like two fills? That's like 1 month worth for gas? Jeez. All right. Well, before we close out the show, let's make sure that we jump into the final topic of the day. Let's go to our hockey corner with Dave in the cut.
Dang, pour one out for the homies.
Man, this one is brutal, y'all. But
It
Sabres,
was a
man,
good game though.
it was,
They didn't
man. It
go out
was
like
like,
no. They didn't go out like no chumps.
listen, man, I'm
So
gonna tell you something, man. As a new hockey fan, I'm gonna tell you, man, like this series was one for the ages, bro. All right. And the Habs, they just happened to walk away with it. And God bless them, man. If it had to
look at
be
you
anybody,
calling
man,
them the Habs. I
huh?
heard that. I
They
heard
are
that.
the Habs, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be happy for Habs fans, man. And I'm telling you, man, it's just like was such a great series. But the goal that they won on in overtime, it was buns, man.
Trash.
It was just like this little trickler goal, but whatever, man. You can't take that away from them. Just shout out to to the Canadians, man. It's like they played a terrific series, and I wish them well going in to the rest of the playoffs. It's not going to get easy for them, but I digress. The Sabres, they had an amazing season, man. Historical season. They made Western New York proud. They made all of New York proud, man. People downstate were like, New York City folks were like, I cannot believe that I'm rooting for a team from Western New York, But I mean, when the Rangers and Islanders do nothing, and that's the only team representing, kind of like the Bills do when the Jets and the Giants do nothing. Jets and Giants fans love to say that they're the only New York teams, and neither one of them play in New York.
Neither one of them play
Amazing
New
to me.
York. That's
You-
trash.
And then Buffalo is always coming through to make the playoffs every year to make New York look good. So anyhow, man,
Just
back to
fell
the
on his
Sabres.
face, true Buffalo style.
I wish the Sabres
Sorry.
nothing but the best, man. In the offseason, I hope they make some moves. The great thing that came out of this is you had a lot of young players that got some good playoff experience. They had to step up because there were a few leaders on the team that didn't really step up in the playoffs. And so, shout out to the Sabres, man. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they bring next year. And yeah, and then again, like I said, to Montreal and to their fans, they were phenomenal, man. They like the energy was just there every game, and no matter where the games were being played. So great sportsmanship. There was a lot of jabbing and stuff going back, but it never got disrespectful. It never got violent, and it was just nothing but respect from both fan bases. So there you go, man.
You know
Sure,
what?
man.
I want to jump in real quick. It's not going to take long, I promise. But one thing that I absolutely hate as a competitor, having to line up and shake somebody's hand after a brutal loss like that in a game 7. I would be absolutely gutted. Like, I remember walking off the field at Cobb's Hill after my last baseball game in high school. Last thing I wanted to do was say, "Hey, good game, good luck in the next round." Like, I wanted to fight somebody. And to watch like hockey players just line up at center court, and I know Dave, you probably love it. Oh, good sportsmanship, blah blah blah. I'm gonna be brutally transparent. I would have had to go run to the bathroom at that point. Oh, I would love to shake your hand, but my bladder about to explode. Sorry, I'll catch you next time. I would have had some excuse for not being on the ice, and if that makes me a bad guy, then I'll be that. But I don't think I'd be able to fake my way through that, yo. To especially like the way it went down. Like you said, the goal that they scored, like if my man would have scored on like a breakaway between the
Right.
legs, crossover, triple deep, boom, top shelf, that's one thing. But like when the announcer has to say there's no such thing as a bad shot if it goes in, that's
Yeah.
when you know it was a terrible shot.
Yeah.
Like it was just the stops that he made. Like I turned it on right at face off of the third period. So I watched when they tied it up and everything, and all the saves that he was making, just for them to lose that game on that shot.
I
Like
know,
they
man.
showed a clip of him like throwing his helmet down a tunnel. I would have had to go get my helmet and then got lost on the way back. Like, oh, I can't find my way back to the ice. I'll just go back to the locker room. Yeah, you got to come out and shake everybody's hand. And shake the hand of the dude that scored that wet goal.
Man,
Nope,
listen.
nope.
Let me just say this about the shaking of the hands, man. At the end of the day, what we always have to remember, man, is that there's children watching. And I think the tradition of hockey having the players come out and shake hands at the end of a series, I think is one of the greatest traditions in sports because you have to put your emotions to the side, man, and acknowledge that the better team won. And I think it's great. I've seen there's been funny moments. I saw just in this playoffs there were two guys that fought each other, and at the end when they were shaking hands, the one guy they came to each other, and the one guy was looking at him, and he was like, "Come on, man, come on," and he patted the other guy on the chest, right, and then they shook hands, and it's like, what you know what I'm saying? Leave it on the ice, man, like, and
It's
it's such a
2026. I'll congratulate y'all in a tweet.
nah,
Give me
man.
about an hour.
It's good for it's good because the kids are watching, man. The
The
kids are, you
kids are
know what
watching
I'm saying?
Twitter too. The
I
kids are
get it, man. I hear what
let me be human in that moment.
I hear you,
Let me
man.
be in my emotions. Let me be in my feelings for 30 minutes, and then I'll holler at you through
Uh,
Twitter or something. I'll make it uh public for everybody to see. Yeah, y'all got me. Good game. We'll get you next time. But
that's
in that
pure
moment,
emotion.
I need to be go punching a locker or something, man.
That's pure emotion, Zeke. You
I
gotta
hear
let it.
that.
Absolutely, it's pure emotion. I just got gutted on a seventh grade goal. Like, what the heck are we doing? Now I gotta go shake your hand.
Yeah, man.
You shouldn't even be happy. That's like when I yeah, never mind. Peasy, take us home, Doc.
I agree with you, brother. Okay. Well, let me ask you this real quick before we wrap. Just out of curiosity, man. Why would the Canadians be the haves? I don't get that.
Yeah.
So it's a nickname. It stands for Les Habitats. So they were the first French settlers of Quebec. So they just shortened it to Habs. So it's just that they call
Gotcha.
themselves the Habs, you know?
And he trying to show off. He trying to show off for his hockey buddies. So when they go to work tomorrow, he's like, "Hey, I heard you on the podcast."
Nah, man. Somebody actually, I believe somebody at work told me that. So
Okay.
I just remember. Yeah, I ain't,
Nah,
I ain't trying to show off, man. I'm like, that's secondhand knowledge right there, man. Somebody taught me. I'm learning all this hockey stuff, man.
That's
You
what's
know?
up.
So
Dave gonna get the kudos at work.
Listen, man,
Appreciate your hockey knowledge, eh?
I'm
Yeah.
committed to it,
Some
bro.
very serious stuff, eh?
I'm committed to it, man. It's like, we had a great cat that played in the NHL from Rochester, man. Ryan Callahan.
Ryan Callahan.
Cal came from he's from Hamlin, and he played for Tampa Bay. He played for the Rangers. I got his jersey. You guys will see me rock my Rangers jersey every once in a while. It's a Callahan jersey. So man, it's like it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning this stuff, man. Y'all give me some props.
I got you, pump.
It
I
really sounds like you know what you're talking about.
I ain't going that far, bro. All right.
Get my man
All
some
right.
fries with some poutine on it. Some
That's
moose
right.
burgers. Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon,
Man says some moose burgers, bro.
some maple syrup. Guys, just don't know what you're missing.
No take.
That didn't sound Canadian at all, my
No, it really didn't. It really didn't. I
That
stretched the
sound like you
accent
was
beyond
down.
its limits,
It
Zeke.
sound like you had down to 40 ounces.
That's
Just
right. I
on your
didn't know what I
third.
was talking about.
talking about.
He said a boot. Talking a
Shout out
boot.
to our Canadian fans.
Yes. Talking a boot.
Much love to America's hat.
That's right. That's right. Well, it was fun. Hey, great show, fellas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll have Josh back next week.
Shout out to
Thank you for
Josh, man.
joining
Heal
us.
up.
Yeah, heal
Hey,
up,
3
rest
strikes
up.
and you out, my dude. You better be here next week.
That's right. We're praying for you, though. All right, brothers. Hey, great week. We'll see you guys next week. Same back channel. Good night. Peace.
Peace, fellas.
Deuces.